All right, so we had some of our exterior floodlights break. In the past, I went ahead and used some epoxy and some washers and fixed the broken areas and remounted them. But that's kind of a temporary fix, kind of a hack that I didn't really like. And I came across these exterior floodlights from M4 LED that looked like they were a good option to replace the flood lamps with. They're bigger, they're brighter, they're made out of aluminum instead of plastic, and I've used M4 LED products in the past and been pretty happy with them. If you've got a DRV with the Command Electronics lights, you'll know that they tend to fail quite often and turn into blinking lights or dim lights, and I've replaced most of my lights with the M4 LEDs. So had history with this product and with this company and was pleased with the results in the past. So I went ahead and ordered 2 of these aluminum surface mount LED floodlights for over my doors and installed in this video. Couple things that we'll note about the lights: they are really bright. I don't have to use a headlamp anymore to do outside activities like grilling or really anything you want to do outside. No need for headlamps anymore. With that being said, we have had neighbors complain up to 2 or 3 spots down the road, depending on how close together we are, if we leave them on, past 9 or 10 o'clock at night, because they don't have very good shades on their windows and they're bright. They're way brighter than a normal RV light is. So if you're going to mount these, make sure you've got a dimmer light available. For us, we've got the LED rope lights that are underneath the awning that do a decent job if you just want mood lighting outside, and then we turn these on when we want bright lights available or earlier in the evening. Overall, I think we're really pleased with the outcome, but had I had to do it again, I probably would have done a bright one on the front where I generally do my grilling and cooking, and a dimmer one on the back where we just use the door as an entry and exit and maybe grabbing stuff from the cooler. So check out the install. So if you can see up there, we are missing a light. It broke. It's the second light like this that's broken. If you look on the back of the DRV, you'll see that one is still up there. It broke. I fixed it, but now I'm going to replace them. And if you look, this is the one that broke, and there you go. You can see the cheap plastic in there. The screws just break off in that little bit of plastic there. So I've got some M4 LEDs with aluminum housing that I'm going to go ahead and replace these with. So the first thing we did is we climbed up here, took the screws out. You see the factory must have missed on the screw placement at one point, so we got 3 screw holes there. And then I clipped the wires because I couldn't get these out very easily, the actual wire ties, so I'm just going to splice into the wires rather than fight with that. I cleaned up the caulking that was up there, and now we're getting ready to use the seal for the M4 LED to act as a template to put new screw holes in here and see where we're going to end up with this light. This is the seal for the new light. I'm just going to put it in place, probably eyeball it being level, mark the screw holes, and then I'll probably drill the screw holes out with a drill and use wood screws or machine screws, vice self-tapping screws, so I don't round out the holes that they're going to in this fiberglass unless I hit metal where they're at. And then the wires for it will just go through the slots in the seal and into the wall. So it's hard to see the mark on this side. I can see it by eyeball, but you probably can't see it in the camera. And then there's a mark on the other side where the screw holes for the replacement light go in, and then that seal is going to cover up that entire spot right there where it wasn't painted under the light and where the hole in the light is. So we'll go ahead and get that going here shortly. Okay, so we got the light hooked up. We made sure we went through the seal. Easy step to make, to miss. And we've got some pilot holes drilled. When I drilled those, I didn't hit anything beyond the fiberglass, so I'm going to go ahead and put some anchors there, and then I'm going to screw this in, and I will put some caulk around the top of it just to make sure we don't have any leaks. So we waited till the evening to see how much light there is on this one.
so we can compare it to the other one, and I'll say right away it is way brighter. If we go on to the back where we have the same one as the front originally, it puts out this piddly bit of light. It's barely anything. So if I get back over here, you can see the difference in light, and don't really count that rope light up front as anything because it doesn't put out much light. That's all the floodlight. So significant difference, almost to the point that it'd be annoying if we left it on. But for doing outdoor stuff like grilling and everything, way better. Or even just hanging out, way better. So tomorrow I will replace that one because I ordered 2 of these, and then we'll be able to see the whole effect. It'll be quite bright out here, I'm sure. And just so we could do kind of a fair comparison, I turned the back LED rope light on too, and you can still see the front is quite a bit brighter. And it's not really a fair comparison because the front LED rope light is above that slide out, and it really doesn't do a whole lot for light. You see how much more bright it is up front than it is in back. It's kind of hard to tell with this video at night, but that's our 2 new lights down there on the left, shining up the whole lot. And this is your standard RV light that's only about 30 feet away from me here on the right. So you can see kind of a perspective of how bright those 2 lights are. In real life, or in person I should say, they are super bright. It's easy to distinguish, but here you can just see that they're about as bright as the one next to me from that distance away. So quite a bit brighter. So bright the neighbors have complained.